How's it going, everybody? The Mega March sale just started on PlayStation. It's running from now until March 25th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers that are on sale for up to 80% off. I've put together a list of 25 of the top games you can get at a deep discount right now, so let's get straight into it. For $9, 40% off, Bully is a hilarious and rebellious open-world adventure that mixes Rockstar's signature humor, original gameplay, and a satirical, over-the-top look at school life full of mischief and chaos. You play as Jimmy Hopkins, a mischievous teenager navigating the corrupt and chaotic Bulworth Academy, standing up to bullies, scheming against rivals, and dealing with the absurdities of students, teachers, and faculty. It's an 87 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Shadow of the Colossus is a rebuilt masterpiece that reimagines the PS2 classic with stunning visuals, improved performance, and a hauntingly beautiful atmosphere that feels both nostalgic and entirely new again. You play as a lone wanderer who enters a forbidden land in a desperate attempt to resurrect a loved one, striking a deal that sends you to hunt down 16 colossal beings scattered across desolate landscapes. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, God of War 3 Remastered delivers Kratos' explosive quest for revenge in brutal Greek mythology, fully remastered at 1080p and 60 FPS with sharper visuals, improved lighting, and smoother performance throughout. You'll climb Mount Olympus, battle towering gods and legendary monsters, and solve environmental puzzles using the Blades of Exile alongside powerful magic and devastating new weapons. It's a 92 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Pentiment is a beautifully illustrated narrative adventure set in 16th century Bavaria, blending historical intrigue and political upheaval with handcrafted art inspired by illuminated manuscripts and early printed books. You play as a master artist caught in scandals, investigations, and social conflicts, navigating a world where every dialogue choice and alliance shapes the unfolding story in surprising and meaningful ways. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $10, 80% off, the Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor Trilogy is the ultimate collection of Lara Croft's origin adventures, combining all the definitive editions of the critically acclaimed prequels into one epic journey. Traverse the mysterious island of Yamatai, brave the frozen Siberian tundra, and explore the perilous mountains of Peru as Lara hones her survival skills and faces deadly enemies. It's an 84 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 95 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $6, 75% off, Blasphemous is a punishing action platformer that combines fast-paced hack-and-slash combat with a dark, haunting narrative set in the cursed land of Custodia. You play as the sole survivor of the Silent Sorrow Massacre, trapped in a cycle of death and rebirth, seeking to uncover the origin of the miracle while exploring sprawling, non-linear environments filled with grotesque monsters, deadly traps, and epic bosses. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $10, 67% off, the Talos Principle 2 is a thought-provoking first-person puzzle adventure that expands on the original's philosophical themes with increasingly mind-bending challenges and morally complex choices. Explore a mysterious megastructure in a world where biological humanity is extinct but its culture lives on through robots, using abilities like gravity manipulation, mind transference, and more to solve clever puzzles. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Wipeout Omega Collection brings together all the content from Wipeout HD, Wipeout HD Fury, and Wipeout 2048, fully enhanced for modern consoles. Experience high-speed anti-gravity racing across futuristic tracks, mastering tight turns, jumps, and intense combat while utilizing an array of weapons, power-ups, and advanced tactics to dominate the leaderboard and outmaneuver every opponent in adrenaline-fueled races. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $10, 75% off, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 is a fast-paced Musou action game that throws you into massive battles inspired by the world of One Piece and its legendary pirate crews. Built around large-scale combat and destructible environments, you unleash powerful attacks, send waves of enemies flying, and recreate iconic moments from the series while fighting across chaotic battlefields filled with smoke, debris, and non-stop action. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $6, 60% off, Final Fantasy VII is a legendary genre-defining turn-based RPG that follows Cloud Strife and the rebel group Avalanche in their fight against the corrupt Shinra Corporation and the vengeful Sephiroth. Journey across an expansive world powered by Mako energy, from the industrial sprawl of Midgard to snowy mountain peaks, ancient temples, and hidden laboratories, while forging deep bonds with unforgettable characters. It's a 92 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $10, 67% off, the Plucky Squire is a charming, whimsical action-adventure that follows the magical journey of Jot, a storybook hero who discovers a three-dimensional world beyond the pages of his book. After the villain Humgrump throws him out of the story to change its fate forever, Jot must jump between 2D pages and 3D environments, solving puzzles and tackling creative challenges to restore the tale's happy ending. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7, 50% off, Blood Omen 2 Legacy of Kain is a dark action-adventure where the vampire Lord Kain awakens centuries after being overthrown, seeking vengeance and power in a world that has nearly wiped out his kind. As Kain hunts those responsible, you unleash brutal melee attacks with heavy weapons, wield supernatural dark gifts like stealth and berserk powers, and drain enemies' blood while battling through grim cities and haunted lands. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7, 75% off, the Unravel Yarny bundle includes Unravel and Unravel 2, charming physics-based puzzle platformers where you guide lovable Yarny characters crafted from a single thread of yarn that slowly unravel as you progress. In Unravel, experience a heartfelt solo journey filled with clever puzzles, while Unravel 2 introduces co-op gameplay, allowing you to create a second Yarny to solve puzzles together. It's a 79 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 30 hours to get both platinums. For $10, 55% off, Angerfoot is a lightning-fast, bass-thumping, over-the-top action shooter about kicking down doors, smashing through walls, and tearing through the chaotic streets of a crime-ridden city filled with relentless enemies. You kick, shoot, and smash your way through waves of gangsters while unlocking wild sneakers, powerful weapons, and ridiculous upgrades that reshape how you clear each frantic, high-speed level. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $10, 75% off, Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition is an epic RPG that blends rich storytelling, strategic combat, and a vast, immersive world full of danger, intrigue, and memorable characters across multiple sprawling regions. Featuring deep tactical combat and massive exploration, this edition also includes all expansions, Jaws of Akan, The Descent, and Trespasser, plus the added Deluxe Edition upgrade. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $9, 85% off, Samurai Shodown marks the return of the iconic fighting series, featuring 13 beloved fighters and 3 new warriors as they clash in intense, high-stakes battles on legendary stages. With its signature single-strike combat and cinematic art style, each fight delivers fast-paced, strategic duels both online and offline, while the revolutionary AI system creates ghost clones that challenge you with the tactics of top players. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $8, 60% off, Unpacking is a Zen puzzle decorating game where you pull treasured belongings out of moving boxes and organize them into warm, lived-in spaces that quietly reveal the life behind the objects. You'll place books on shelves, hang clothes, and arrange personal keepsakes across 8 different moves, creating a seamless blend of tactile block-fitting puzzles and environmental storytelling that grows richer as the years pass. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $7, 50% off, Journey is a visually stunning and emotionally captivating adventure that takes you across vast deserts, ancient ruins, and mysterious landscapes in search of forgotten histories and transcendence beyond imagination. Travel alone or encounter a fellow player in a unique online co-op experience, communicating wordlessly as you explore and overcome obstacles together with subtle, graceful interaction. It's a 93 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $10, 55% off, Angry Birds VR Isle of Pigs is an immersive VR action puzzle game where Red, Chuck, Bomb, and the Blues team up to recover stolen eggs from the greedy green pigs across challenging environments. Explore levels spanning beaches, cliffs, snowy slopes, and spooky locations, using classic slingshot mechanics and each bird's unique abilities to destroy structures, earn high scores, and face off against the boss. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $10, 80% off, Tekken 7 is a fast-paced, competitive fighting game that brought the iconic franchise to next-gen consoles for the first time with stunning Unreal Engine 4 visuals and richly detailed arenas. You'll master a diverse roster of fighters, each with unique moves, devastating combos, and distinct playstyles, while engaging in intense one-on-one battles enhanced by new mechanics, rage arts, and strategic counterattacks. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $6, 80% off, South Park: The Stick of Truth is a hilarious RPG where you join Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny on an epic quest to become cool, battling underpants gnomes, hippies, and other outrageous enemies. Customize your character with countless combinations, recruit classic South Park friends, and wield magical weapons and mystical armor in turn-based combat that perfectly captures the irreverent humor of the series. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Killzone Shadowfall is a first-person shooter set 30 years after Killzone 3, where you play as an elite soldier and master spy tasked with preserving a fragile peace between the Helghast and Vectans. Explore stunning environments filled with cinematic set pieces, deviously smart enemies, and high-stakes combat across a city teetering on the brink of war. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, and there's unfortunately a number of online trophies that can't be unlocked anymore, making the platinum unobtainable. For $9, 40% off, Manhunt is a stealth-based horror action game where you play as a man forced into a deadly game of survival in Carcer City, a decaying Rust Belt town where violence is entertainment and no one is safe. Run, hide, and fight to survive against ruthless gangs, corrupt law enforcement, and hunters who kill for sport, using improvised weapons, the environment, and stealth tactics to outsmart and eliminate your pursuers. It's a 77 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9, 87% off, Saturnalia is a third-person roguelite horror adventure where you control 4 characters exploring an ancient Sardinian village steeped in folklore and experiencing an intergenerational story full of dark secrets. The village constantly reconfigures itself after each death, forcing you to use each character's unique abilities to uncover new areas and piece together the narrative in a non-linear, immersive world. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7, 90% off, the Shadow Bundle is an epic action-adventure collection featuring both Middle-earth games, Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition and Shadow of War Definitive Edition. Players conquer fortresses, build their personal orc armies, explore open-world Mordor, and experience story expansions, nemesis updates, and new playable characters across massive battles and rich narrative campaigns. It's an 84 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 65 hours to get both platinums. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.